Morning. Today is really chilly outside. It's about 9 o'clock and I'm out with the babies for a walk. It's sunny, but the wind is really chilly. So my babies are well packed up. We're all well packed up, Blankies. Mommy's walking, so it's alright. It's Monday morning. It's a Monday, so with that said, you get the idea. Mondays are tough, huh? How many of you find it hard to start functioning after a weekend that hasn't been the same? It hasn't been any different, from what the weekdays are. Only have to cook 3 meals or think about feeding the kiddos 3 meals because they're not at school. I think that's one of the things that Japanese mom always tell me during holidays they hate it because they have to think about all the meals for the kids, because usually kids when they're at school they're taken care of for lunch and it's pretty decent for them. Maybe not enough for the boys lunch, but it's calculated calories and everything is balanced, and there's always like fish or chicken or fried tofu or something that with rice and soups loaded with vegetables and a bottle of milk, which is not a bad idea in the summer and in the spring and the fall, but in the winter, you guys, I had a hard time drinking that during lunch time at my schools because it's pretty cold and it's like pretty decent amount of milk. You have to gobble it up really fast and then your tummy gets really messed up because it's cold. It makes you cold from the inside and from the outside, so it doesn't help. I usually give it to the kids in the winter. I didn't want to drink it and the teachers keep it in their fridge in the kitchen and their staff room so they can mix it up with their coffees when they drink coffee. It's funny, but yeah, holidays here or weekends have to think about the meals of the kids, and I started telling my kids, have to start helping with the meals as well, because you're old enough to cut, peel, fry, warm your water for your ramen noodle. It's just, yeah, they can do a lot now. So just have to think how to balance out healthy meals for the little ones. But they eat everything. They just really eat everything. Whatever I put in their mouth, they open it and I've never had them saying no to anything or like turn their head away. No, not really. They're good eaters. But today I feel really tired because one of the babies, my little guy, he woke up at like around 5:30, started getting fuzzy and then started crying eventually. And I think he was thirsty. I forgot to turn on the air cleaner / humidifier, so we just slept on the dry air. So I think his mouth was really dry, so we went to the kitchen with him to get the bottle, and it was like right before 6 at that point, and I was like, yeah. But he fell asleep afterwards. I couldn't. He did, but so I was really tired, starting functioning around 6:30, and I was thinking in my head while I was feeding him this morning, when was the hardest times when I really needed to sleep but I couldn't because I still had to function. I'm pretty sure lots of you know that feeling of you want just to touch the pillow and go to dreamland and never wake up for another 24 hours, right? Yeah, that's how I feel this morning. But here I am with the stroller out so they can take a nap in the sunshine and I can talk to you guys all. But I remember I just wanted to share with you some more funny stuff from my experience in the hospital while I was staying there for a week with them, recovering from the C-section. It's funny. So this one time I I was really tired and probably knocked out from the painkiller because I was pushing that button a lot in the first few days. But then they had the babies for 2 days with them, or I don't know. They survived for a lot of time without me. They just came to squeeze milk out of me every 3 hours. And it was really uncomfortable feeling because I just wanted to smack them on their hands. Like, what is this? Instead of bringing me the baby so the baby can latch and drink, she would come and the nurse would come and squeeze, like, and she had like this kind of how do you call it in English? Like the thing that you put shots in. So that the little container. And they would count how much milk it will be. It was just like I wanted to punch them every 3 hours because that I wanted to sleep. I just wanted to sleep and I didn't want them to touch my body. But because I was starting to have lots of milk, they had to feed the babies, but they didn't want to bring the babies to me because I couldn't really properly hold them, maybe because of C-section. Anyway, so but then when they brought both of them in their little cots, and at some point my mom-in-law, she was with me always, and we were like really tired. It was nighttime. Not that it matters because your curtains are always down and you don't really know what's the weather outside and how, if it's day or night, it doesn't really matter. But I remember it was nighttime and we were just really tired. I just wanted to pass out and she was tired too, so she was on the couch and I felt really bad. Like I didn't want to bug her, but the babies were really fuzzy and eventually my little girl, she fell asleep, but the guy, I think he was hungry. So they when we requested, they gave us extra formula because he was really hungry all the time. But I asked them to bring him formula and they refused. They said no, they have to sleep. So I was like, fine. I was rocking him and diaper was fine, everything was fine. He just was hungry. I knew it. Like you know when your mom, you know in your guts what's going on. And that particular nurse, she decided she's gonna beat it and she's gonna put him to sleep. So she grabbed the baby, and she tried everything. Like she wanted to show me that she's a pro in that kind of area. She could handle any difficult baby ever. So I was like, fine, let her have it. She spent 30 minutes, I believe, because at the point where she was with the baby, I just passed out. I don't remember much. Because, when you're tired and you're not in your right mind, you just pass out, like your eyes closed and that's it. You cannot do anything. You can hear things around you, but you're like, nope, can't do anything, can't move my limbs at all. So she rocked him in the room. She rocked him outside of the room. She wrapped him like a burrito. She patted him quite hard, I thought. But he wouldn't just give up. And then finally she brought him milk and he fell asleep. So my point was, for 30 plus minutes, she wanted to prove that she's the right one. And he doesn't need milk and that he's fine. He just has to be rocked to sleep. And, that exhausted mother needed help. So, yeah. For me, that's like another real proof that mom knows best, and when they refuse, when they think they know better, I just let them have it. But it was like too bad for the baby because the baby was the one crying, not me, not her. But anyways, another time we asked them again to give extra 30 milliliters of formula for him because he was crying hungry again. And another nurse comes. They rotated them a lot, and she comes with the 40. And we write down. They give us a piece of paper that you write exactly everything, the formula they receive, how many times we changed diaper, how many times they had poo-poo in the diaper and pee-pee in the diaper. So you had to everything has to be recorded. So we did. And so she checked the paper and she saw 30 milliliters. And she's like, oh, I brought 40. Sorry. I was like, no, that's fine. She goes to the little sink that is in the room. And she opens the bottle and she throws away 10 milliliters exactly in the sink. And she gives me back the 30 and we feed the baby with 30. I could not believe that lady. I was like, whatever it is, 30 or 40, doesn't matter. He's not gonna die. He's not gonna get fat. He's not gonna lose his mind. He is a baby. He's gonna take it. Why do you have to throw formula away in a sink because it has to be exactly precisely 30? I just could not believe it. I had a good laugh with that one too. But I just feel bad for the baby because, I mean, that mentality, that tells you a lot about the mentality of a Japanese person, especially medical officer. Yeah, it's just, everything has to be exactly, precisely, perfectly done in the way that it's in the book, written in the book, and you study it and you learn it and you memorize it and it's imprinted in your mind, and that's it. That's how it is. So yeah, there are lots of stories about that 7 days we spent there. But I remember being tired all the time, and then I don't know, when you're home, you're in home, like it's a different feeling. You're in charge. You know that you cannot sleep, you cannot be allowed to be sick, or that's why I was so stressed out with that C-section, because I just wanted to be there for my babies instead of walking like a penguin and in pain all the time. It was just really horrible. It was miserable. So, but at least at home, I know I'm at home and I can make my own schedule for them. Like we can learn together to adjust each other. But over there, it's not my home. It's not, nothing is really up to me. They tell you what to do all the time. They do things for you, which is nice. And they helped me to do a schedule for them, like every 3 hours. So my babies were really good at adjusting with the 3 hour thing. Every 3 hours they will be fed, they will be changed. It was really nice. That I really appreciated, because trust me, you need a strict schedule with twins, otherwise you're gonna lose your mind. And those two learned pretty much to sleep and nap together at the same time, be fed at the same time, and yeah, that's it's been perfect. Sometimes he would wake up first, she would sleep more, and then that will make them respectively. He would fall asleep first and she would stay longer, or vice versa. But in general, overall, they are at night, they sleep at the same time and they wake up pretty much at the same time, and they nap. I try to make them nap at the same time as well, but since it's just me, I have to take them one at a time in my arms and rock them, and then they fall asleep. And while I'm rocking the first one, the second one is waiting patiently, playing with toys or like flipping pages of books, and they're really cute. They're really nice kiddos. I never had any serious problems with them to the point where I'm gonna lose my mind. No, it's just they've been really great, except when I'm tired. I'm really sharp and they start banging those doors that are made of paper and glass and wood, and I'm always scared they're gonna crack those glass doors in. But they bang really hard, and especially my little Kai, he's really strong. Well, she's strong too, like they both are really strong. But anyways, so funny stories in the hospital. There were some really decent, nice nurses. There were some that were like, what are you doing here, seriously? Just go home and boss your own kids. Because I compared that experience to the one I had in the previous hospital, which I learned was a private hospital, and the one that I was now with the twins was a government, though subsidized by the government, so a little bit crappier than, well, it was still nice. In Japan, level of service is like above the aloha in Hawaii even. So It's really nice. It was nice, but the one that I was in before to give birth to my 3 boys, oh, that was great. I tell them I'm tired, they'll go and take the baby right away and take care of the baby while I'm sleeping. That was no problem at all. Here with the twins, I asked them to please take them because I'm really tired and my mom-in-law was tired. We just wanted to sleep for at least 2 hours straight. No can do. We're too busy. We have so many people to handle. I'm like, okay, I believe you, but you know, you're not the one with the C-section lying down and trying to also take care of 2 little ones. It's just, I don't mind doing it. I'm a human and I need some rest too. No, it was really time for adjusting. Now when I look back, I'm laughing, but back then I was like, I just want to survive today and move on to the next. So I'm thinking about those moms out there who have multiples. I bow to you, ladies, those who have more than 2 kids. I don't know how you do it. When you have 3, 4 at the same time born together, I don't know how you do it. You probably have professional help non-stop with you, because you probably lose your mind. Like when I walk with those 2 out and I see a lady with 1, I'm like, gosh, this is so piece of cake. Just having 1 baby is a piece of cake. I could do so much more around the house. Probably I could just do even yoga. I could just do anything with 1 baby. With 2 though, you gotta be careful, because 1 goes this way and the other one goes this way, and yeah, you gotta watch out, especially now moving, touching everything, reaching out things. They love to chew on the cables of the chargers of the games and the phone. They just get the cable and start chewing. I'm like, no, you can't do that. So I make sure it's it's not into the electricity, and electric cord is unplugged, so they can, I don't know, they're very professional at unplugging the piano. We have piano that is with electricity. It's not like the real one. So they love to unplug that thing. I'm like, well, it's good to unplug it, but don't stick your fingers afterwards in the thingy. And I hope they don't ever. But they're so sweet. It doesn't take them long to fall asleep. Not really. So cute. So cute. And it's chilly. The wind is really chilly. So lots of people already harvested their rice, and afterwards they plant broccoli and lettuce and green stuff. Just gonna put this boy to lie down a little bit. Okay, keep going. Yeah, I love being a mom, but this interaction with other adults, I miss it. It's pretty much me talking baby language. How do you call it? There's a term for it. And mommy's voice becomes like really high pitched, and that's the language I use pretty much all the time. And it's really funny because I will be talking to the other kids with normal voice and like, go do your homework, or like, do you have a lot of homework? Mommy, I'm going to my friend's house. When are you coming back? And be back by 5 or whatever. And then I was like, yeah, my little girl. And it's just so funny how the voice goes from up to down and up, down to up. It's just funny. It's really cute. And they know when I'm talking to them, my voice is different. When I talk to the other members of the family, it's very different. So they know. And it was on Saturday. We went to this Indian restaurant that my friend, she's from the States, but her dad is Indian. She said she's gonna be working them, helping them, giving them a hand, because the people there are Indian. I don't know how much of Japanese they know. When my husband ordered in Japanese, they understood everything, so I think they were fine. But it was just fun to go there and be out, and there were other people there, and we were all masked up, but when you eat, you have to take your mask off. But it was really fun to just she sat down with us, and it was really fun to talk to her and just listen to other people. And even though it's not English, it's just be there with other people. And then there were like other families with little kids, and the little kids would come to our table and look for the boys, and the boys would play with them. It was just really cute. And I was like, gosh, I miss that. I miss like talking to people, being out, and just I forgot social skills and anything like that. I'm pretty sure, you know, when you're put out there in a situation in a workplace, it comes back to you. But for now, I feel like stuck, forgot everything. That's why I try to go on YouTube and listen to English, or like Netflix and watch movies. But now recently we just watched, you know, Anna, Elsa, and Cars and Toy Story. And because the babies, they watch those things, they started staring at the screen. They're like, oh, this is cool, oh, this is fun, this is music. Oh, there's this grandpa now, it's gonna start working on his field with that little motor thingy. And I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but I can show you what he's doing. Pretty loud, isn't it? I like his skate truck. They're usually white, but this one is really cool. It's orange. I like that color. The fall color. It's really cool. Yeah. In the fall season is the best time to go hiking around here. It's just I can't do it right now. I really want to be out in the nature. Like that mountain over there is really cool. It's the border with the next prefecture to us. But when you're up there, it's really cold. It doesn't look that high, but when you're up there, it's really, really, really cold. And it's like good 2 hours of hike, because it's steep, and the trail is nice, but I don't think I can do it even with a baby in my back carrier or something. It will be hard. Not impossible, but hard. I still feel like ruins after them out. It's been 10 months. On Saturday, there are 10 months mark hit, but still, it still hurt like everywhere. Yesterday, even the incision was like, oh, I forgot about you. But it can be painful too sometimes. They told me in the hospital that when the weather changes from sunny to rainy, or from rainy to sunny, like something like that, it could start hurting a little bit. So I was like, yeah, that is true, huh? It makes sense. I figured out it works. You know, like when you get older, how your bones tell you how the weather is going to change. It's like you're a meteorologist. Is that how you call it? The weatherman on the TV. Yeah, you don't need that. Your body tells you. But yeah, muscles, bones, backbone, everything's messed up still. But getting better though. I have to say, getting better. It was really bad at first. I feel tired today, so I'm just like complaining. Sorry guys, I'm just venting and enjoying the sunshine at the same time. But I'll just keep going and get quiet and absorb the energy around me of the nature and the sunshine, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.